In this video, we're going to touch on how to send specific properties to a client from within CINC. So one of the best things CINC does is sets up searches for people and sends them property alerts when stuff matches what they're looking for. But there are certain different circumstances where you need to manually send them properties. Those would be, say you met somebody at an open house and you have just a specific property you want to send them, especially that means if they're a new lead that you added, that means they're not automatically set up on a saved search. And so you need to send them stuff yourself. Another example, a good one, is here Robert Stowers. When he first logged into CINC, he was searching on Seabrook, and so his automatic saved search was around Seabrook. But upon conversation, he's also interested in Kiowa, so we set up a second search for Kiowa, which doesn't have very many new properties popping on the market. So we need to kind of force the system to send him existing properties on the market. So before any of this works, though, the one thing we have to make sure is that these clients know how to log in to CINC to see properties. So if you remember, if you had seen the adding clients to CINC video, it touched on how important it is to send that welcome email to them. It gives them their username and password to log in to CINC. So it ensures that whenever they click on property alert emails, it takes them straight to them. It doesn't pop up a new login screen in front of them. So for Robert Stowers, this is one tedious way to check, but one thing you can do is scroll all the way down to the bottom of somebody's activity. Go to the bottom, as I'm going to keep saying loading, you got to keep on scrolling, so it can be tedious. But search through these first couple of emails they got and look for one that says welcome. If they early on got an email that says welcome, then they would have received this email that includes an intro to us, as well as here's your login information, your email address to log in with, and your password. So we want that to be one of the first emails they receive. So whenever they click on stuff, they know what they're supposed to do to log in. Especially if we have their accurate email address and phone number, it's very easy for them to, oh yeah, I'm logging in with my phone number. So they do that once, the system remembers them, so next time they click on property emails, it takes them straight to properties and doesn't pop up a login screen again. So again, if you scroll down to the bottom of a leads that we send you, they will most likely have already received that. But say you added somebody manually, again, a client you're already working with, somebody you met in an open house, but for whatever reason, they haven't gotten that welcome email. And say whenever you added them, you forgot to send them that welcome email. So one of the things you're going to want to do before you send them properties, open up an email and look under templates for Charleston Agent Welcome Email. Now you can change the words if you would like. You're welcome to do that. You can delete our video if you would like. You are welcome to modify this however you want. You can take our names at the bottom. I will be changing this to make it more team-oriented than Terry and Amy-oriented. But nonetheless, this is the email that gives them their login information. So say for whatever reason, you just didn't want them to see the team video. So we're going to back them out. All right, that's not working too well for me right now. So we're going to leave that on there for right now so we don't make this video too long of trying to edit emails. But nonetheless, you're welcome to change this around, or just if you're going to create your own email to send them as an introduction, just copy this. Copy your login info, email address, password with those brackets around it. So whenever it emails your client, it'll tell them what their login and password is for getting into our system. Make sure they get this first. Otherwise, if they start clicking on property alerts, they're not even going to know what they're supposed to do with them. So this is all going to be assuming you have sent your client a how to log in to your CINC account first before you take it any further. Now, for the example we were given with Robert Stowers, where his original search, and I am just going to be clicking through the screens as if you followed the other videos already to keep this one short as possible. His original search was for Seabrook. We added a search for him that included Kiowa. When we added the search 2 days ago, there was only 11 properties on the market. Today there's only 11. It's not a very active market in this price point. And so that means Robert has not gotten any emails from us. Sure, if a property pops up tomorrow in Kiowa, he'll get one property. Sorry about the noise. Had to pause it there to take a phone call. But because no new properties have popped up in the market, then he has not received any emails from us. And so what this is going to do is allow us to force the system to send him properties. So these 11, they were on the market whenever we created the search 2 days ago. They're still on the market today. So what we're going to do now that we're in the search that we want to see the properties to send him, we're going to click Generate Link, wait for a second, and then click Copy Link. If you don't click that copy link, it doesn't work. And then we can go up here to email Robert Stowers. And we're going to tell him that we're sending him the Kiowa properties that he's been asking about. Word this however you would like, make a pretty email that makes sense out of it that says, these are some properties on the market in Kiowa. And we're going to paste this link. Right now it's just text. He can't click on it. He'd have to copy and paste it into his browser, which most clients know how to do, but let's make it one step easier for him. Let's highlight it and click on this insert edit link and paste it there as well. So that's the text that shows in the email, and it goes to that link. So that now, whenever he receives this email, we're going to put something in there that makes sense, like, Robert, here's the Kiowa properties that we thought might fit for you. He can click on that. It's going to take him straight into that saved search that you created for him and show him those 11 properties. Now, tomorrow or next week when new properties pop up, he will get the property alerts for the saved search. But again, this is to force the system to send him the properties that have been on the market. And now the other thing we might want to do is instead just send one or two or just a couple of specific properties to him. Sending somebody a link is good if you've got 10 or more properties you want to send them. But if it's just a small handful of them, the other way to do it is to find the property, either addresses or MLS numbers, somewhere, a little scratch pad, make a little list of what all you want to send your client. Now we're going to pop up a new email for them. You can still scroll in the background. It just makes it hard to see the ones that are over here on the right behind your email. And say we think Robert's going to be interested in these first two tennis club properties, 4767 and 4667. So we might say 2 Kiowa properties for you. And I should describe what I'm doing before I click on it. Then we click on that little house icon. And one was 4667 tennis. Click anywhere in the gray and I'll attach it to the email. You click the blue, it's going to open up the details of the property in a new window. So we'll click down here in the gray. But then there was also 4767 tennis that we wanted to send him. So again, if you click the blue, it's going to pop open a new window, which you don't want to do. But you want to click in the gray and went ahead and put it over there. So click done. And this will send him a nicely formatted email that shows him those 2 properties. So again, if it's less than a handful, less than 10 properties, that is a very pretty way to do it, where it shows some information, some pictures and details and price. But if it's an entire search or if it's 10 or more properties, you'll want to send them a saved link. So again, within an email, you click the attach property, and then you find the properties by address or MLS number. But if it's an entire saved search that you want to send them, from that, whenever you're looking at that saved search, you click generate link, and you copy that link. And when you've copied that link, you can go on into your regular Gmail and send it from there as well as a hyperlink, so it works from anywhere. But again, this all starts by ensuring that you have sent your client how to log into the system. So again, if they haven't done that, if you haven't shown them how to log in, send them this template email that includes, here's your username and password. And if a client contacts you and says, hey, I forgot how to log in, just say, that's fine, I'm going to resend you the welcome email. That way it's not clumsy that they're getting this again. You've just already told them, I'm going to resend you our welcome email, and it's going to have your login and your password for our site.